Broad jump's one of the most basic things we've done for years. Physical fitness test, everything else. The problem is we're just doing it to see how much power, what kind of distance they can get out of it. It's one of the best exercises for deceleration, to stop if you use it. Now we've all seen the kids go out there, they do the big jump, and their butt drops way down. Well, as soon as the hips drop below the knee, we're really exposing that knee to blow out. We've got to keep that tightness. That's what's huge. Now, so what we do to teach them the deceleration is they make the jump, but they land hips above and they stop themselves. See if they can do it without their hips dropping and moving a lot. That's working the negative part of the exercise that we hear about. Okay? That gains more strength. Now you guys with bench doing negatives on a bench press. You load up more than you can do to come down. Why? It builds specific heavy joint strength. And that's what we're after with deceleration drills, jumping drills, stopping, change of direction. That's what we have to kind of look at a little bit more. Form sprints, running. Kids are always doing. We're doing 10-yard sprints. We're doing 15-yard sprints, 5-yard sprints. But how many of the athletes you always have them run through? When we do our short 10, 20-yard, whatever distance we're doing, I have them stop on a dime. So if we're doing a 10-yard sprint, they stop on the 15-yard mark. Not 15 and a half, not 16, 15. And the reason is just that. This is where we see more ACL injuries coming out all the time. They run, they plant, and they move. That throws out. The ones, if you have trouble getting it, when they run, we get to a point, I have number one, first rule of change in direction, drop the hips. That gives us a better plant. Now, if they drop and lean back, then they slide. But I'm a big believer in kids bouncing off of each other or finding walls and things you hit, not literally a wall, but something that happens, because they'll get that feedback much faster. We do shuffle drills, shuffle change of direction drills. I line them up pretty close to each other. And all the time I'll get a coach or a parent, I'll come up and say, why don't you move them apart so they don't run into each other? So how many of you on a driving range get all the time and think you're doing pretty good? Then you get on that par 3 and now you're off to the sides. If these kids are doing a change of direction, moving, if their head's over too far, they move into the guy in front of them. If their butt's sticking too far back, they push. The center of gravity is where their body goes. They get in a position, they drop. Here's where I'm at as I change. They'll get that feedback if we're tight. Or if you have lines painted and you're doing it on a track or anything like that is great. Use something they can figure out, am I centered or not? But the deceleration work, where they actually stop or go into a back pedal at that finish, and I've got one I've been working on trying to get that. And what I found worked for him was telling him, look, when you hit that 15-yard mark, I want you to backpedal 4 steps. Now he hits it, and he actually goes into it. Before he concept, figuring it out.